Still happy Tuesday. Oh yeah. This week, let me tell you. Oh my gosh. What a good time. I went up above Cincinnati. They did the Hope Fest 25. Mark Murphy was there from Wookie Foot, Sierra Marin, Fungi Flows, Shay. Go to the listing if you want to see who all played. Oh my gosh, a lot of my friends. Nick and Nikki were there from Nebraska. That was really cool. Mark even put Nick's pictures up on stage while he played, which is cool. To see Mark Murphy do a solo set and be human for a change, you know. To see him nervous was like, it made me feel like, hey, wait a minute. You mean all of us get a little nervous when we have to follow Sierra Marin? That's kind of funny. Hey, somebody over there. Nonetheless, I'm here in my garden. Came home. Things were a bit dry. It had rained a couple days ago, so it was fine that they got a little dry. Let the roots get a little deeper. Walked around with Ozzy this weekend, watering his garden, and immediately came back and uncovered everything just to make sure my soil was as black as his. It is. It was funny. Standing on the edge, looking everywhere but down, spinning through this space, riding this rock around. Open up your wings, flying high above the ground. In the ripples of your mind's third eye, of your mind's third eye. Hovering outside of insanity, now and then cease to begin, hidden emotion from within. Mind is like an ocean, a compass is the sky. Your whole vision to guide you through the night. To guide you through the night. Hey guys, I just this thing's so far out of tune. You know, playing outdoor gigs, your strings just go dead. You know, this weekend I had a visitation in the middle of my set. I do this song and said, "Gonna be a good day. Can you feel it?" And right when I said, felt you looking down at me from the heavens above. Warm, happy energy said love, 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 love. It's gonna be a good day. Right when I said good day, I looked up. There's an eagle flying over. And Kim, you saw this, right, Kim? You guys know her, KK. She saw the eagle too. So, you know, it wasn't just my imagination. For just a second, I thought, you know, I said eagle, in the song, I said eagle in the song before, talking to a ghost, raise your glasses high and sharing a toast. Eagle above, I say it there. You know, it happens. You know, and when we discredit that, we believe it still. You know, even though we discredit, we go, yeah, it was all timing. Everything's timing. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? When we think about it, once we do become connected to this energy source, to this nature, to this whatever you want to call it, oneness, to the frequency, to whatever it is, then we are getting visitations. You know why? Because energy doesn't die. It doesn't just dissipate into nothing. It doesn't happen. It changes form. You light a fire, you get heat. Guess what? Energy. Smoke. Changes the molecules around it. You know, everything that heats up changes. So, therefore, energy never dies. It just changes shape and goes on to something else. Maybe, it's all hypothetical. Who knows this stuff, right? But I'll tell you this. When you're playing a song and you look up and an eagle's flying over, as you're speaking about getting a visitation from an eagle flying over, something happens to you. And right then, you know, a little tear rolls out of your eye, but you're so excited that you keep going, and there's people watching you, so you can't just stop, put the guitar down and cry for a minute. So I didn't. I just kept on. And I realized everywhere I was looking at that moment, getting these little signs that, hey, you're doing the right thing. That's what you're wanting, right? It's confirmation. We want this confirmation. We want to be confirmed that we're on the right path. We want to be confirmed that we're thinking the right things. We're getting a visitation. We're planting our garden correctly. You know, if you don't plant your garden, it's not going to grow. You don't tend to the garden, the weeds will take over. Trust me. Did that before. You go out on about a 4-week tour, you come back and you've got, you know, your squash is no longer squash. Your squash is now dandelion. How'd this happen? Trust me. Last year. Did we still have squash? Of course we did. But we had more dandelions than squash. Nonetheless, what I'm saying is, the signs are right there. Sometimes we just have to step up to the plate. You know, once your time to bat, get up and bat. Acknowledge that that sign was there. Acknowledge that you got a visitation. You know, move on. That's a signifier that, hey, you're on the right path, or hey, you're on the wrong path. Whatever it is, whatever you're asking, it's happening. Trust me, I had it happen to me. Hey, I see your names up there. I can see a few of them. Love it, love it. Man, I was going to do a couple more songs. Then, you know, it got long. I was at Adam Elfer's house, out in the woods, recording actually, on Devin Bender's song remix. You know, the Unwind remix stuff, man. That is going to be cool. I tell you what, we stood out by this creek, recorded in the woods. It was fun. Captured some cool stuff, and just the hang with Adam is good. You guys know Adam. He's a real deal. Really is. Great guy. But it ran me late, so I stopped at this rest area, and in the process, I met a cool guy. Sitting there talking to him about the festival that I had just came from, and he goes, "So what kind of music do you play?" And I go, we call it conscious music." He goes, "Oh, you mean you care about what you say?" I go, "Actually, yes." And I think everybody there pretty much cares about what they say. That's why you call it conscious, you know. Then he was telling me about another festival that he was going to, the Good People, Good Times Festival, and I'm like, "Hey, brother, I'm playing that one." He's like, "Wow, I'll see you there." So it's like a big, you know, this is a small world. I guess I was in Indiana, not too far from it, but at the point when I was at the rest area, "Hey, Mr. Bandman, love you, bro, too." I love you, man. What does that say? Appreciate hearing your words. You know what? I appreciate being heard. Sometimes I don't stop talking. You know, I get that nervous talk sometimes where someone will be around. You know, Mando came back, and I hadn't seen Mando since last year at some point, a couple festivals before the end of the season, and So we were catching up, and I was just so nervous. I had to get everything out all at once. Oh my God! Oh my God. And then Mendo, and then we were Hillbilly, and I realized sometimes I nervous talk way too much, and I should just shut up and listen, because you're really not listening if you're talking. It's my case a lot of times. Let me do this song. I didn't do this at the festival because it just wasn't for it. I mixed up a world of fantasy, lost in outer seas. I'm not living a dream. No, I'm not living a dream. The earth is round, space is flat. Too much thought been put into that. Extra time is never the case. You gotta slow it down. Don't let it waste. Don't know what I'm looking for, but it sure is fun trying to find it. Ain't got time to mess around with that. Half your life is wasted thinking about the things you miss. Ain't got time to mess around with that. You can't wait for tomorrow, never stay. Sound is emotion, keep your feet on the ground. Get off your ass, don't let them knock you down. Don't know what I'm looking for. Show is fun trying to find it. Ain't got time to mess around with that. Half your life is wasted thinking about the things you miss. Ain't got time to mess around with that. Mixed up world of fantasy, yeah, busting out the seams. I'm not living a dream, no, I'm not living a dream. It's never you, it's always him. It's not your call to decide who wins. People laugh and people cry. They're not trying to force your dreams to die. Don't know what I'm looking for, but it sure is fun trying to find it. Ain't got time to mess around with that. Half your life is wasted thinking about the things you missed. Ain't got time to mess around with that. Living a dream. A mixed up world of fantasy. No, I'm not living a dream. Find your ass from a hole in the ground. Well, get off your back, you're always down. It's not the place, it's the getting there. We all eat shit and we breathe the air. You know what I'm looking for. Show is fun trying to find it. Ain't got time to mess around with that. Half your life is wasted thinking about the things you missed. Ain't got time to mess around with that. I'm not living a dream. Mixed up with fantasy. Sticking out the seams. I'm not living a dream. I'm not living a dream. I'm not living a dream. Actually, I am living a dream. How are you guys doing? Danetta Mason, how are you doing? My gosh. I love that girl. Danetta. One of the best singers in the world. I tell you what, there was a time I moved to Cape from Denver, and Danetta is one of the first people I saw, one of the first people I met. We joined a band together, and it was so cool. I can't remember the name of that band, but what was that? Red to Go. That's what. Love it. So, anyways, this weekend, a lot of things came to mind while I'm walking around. I'm noticing that a lot of people, there's a lot of healers at these festivals, people that need to be healed at these festivals. Generally, healers needing to be healed at these festivals. But this was what you would call California sober, I would say. You know, I mean, people were smoking weed. Of course, if you're in Ohio, it's legal up there. Everything is pretty much legal up there. But people weren't doing it around the groups, weren't doing it on the festival ground. They were, you know, back at their camp, everything was fine. You know, I didn't see anybody drinking. You know, if they were, they weren't doing it around everybody else. You know, and it was there was no arguments, no fights. I don't think anything really went wrong, except at one point, I'm sitting there having my coffee and a goat did walk up, and that was a little odd. But you know, we put it back in this cage a couple times, and it was fine. They just put it in the bigger cage. This week is going to be fun too. Thursday I'm at the Broadway Oyster Bar with Colt Ball and the Get Down, and then Friday and Saturday we're up at the grounds where they do Sugar Creek. We have some friends that are throwing a big party, a big get together there, and they've hired Colt Ball and the Get Down to play those 2 nights. And oh my gosh, I can't wait to do that. It's a lot of fun. You know, it's on Wren Lake, so there's a lot of kayaking and stuff. So I got three gigs with Colt Ball and the Get Down in a row, and then the following week, gosh, it's back to festival again. Colt and I are getting ready for Reconnection. We got 2 duo spots at the Cosmic Connection Festival, and then after that, I'm not even sure. It's just one thing after another after another. I think I've got 1 weekend off for the next 19 weeks, so I can't wait to see you guys out there. You know, it's gonna be fun. This year has kind of been one of those things where last year I did a lot of things basically to get my name out there, to be known. You know, everybody knows Ken Keller, the bass player. You know, does anybody know Ken Keller, the philosopher? Well, you don't want to know that guy. But I've got a lot of things to say about a lot of things. But you know, the songwriter Ken. You know, I've written 1,000 songs. Maybe maybe an exaggeration, but I mean, there's hundreds of things out there with my name on it. You know, but is it something I want to share with everybody? Well, it was something I shared with them, and then, you know, we made a song out of it. But as far as is that Ken Keller? Not really. You know, a lot of the songs I write are intended for somebody else to sing. You know, now that I'm doing some of the singing, you know, I'm still a bass player. So this festival was fun because most of the songs I just played bass on. You know, my own songs, but it was fun to do the looper and do all that stuff and do things outside of my norm. I felt nervous. And then when Mark Murphy got there and he told me that he was feeling nervous, it made me feel less nervous that he was feeling nervous, and that's not the way it's supposed to work, but that did work that way. Made me think, oh my gosh, this guy, I've been watching him since about 99. Kill it. And always kind of, you know, they've got the big production always, and kind of, you know, for a while I've kind of put him up on that little plateau. Then when we're just 2 dudes sitting around talking, I realize, you know, we're all the same human beings, people. It's not a lot of difference, you know. When we get home, we still watch the same things on YouTube, laugh at the same hilarious jokes, and we still stress out when we got to get in front of people by ourselves. That's my friend KG. Let me give a shout out to her. Holy cow, impeccable rhythm. But she will sit in front of an entire crowd, doesn't matter how big it is, just her and her guitar, and kill it. She doesn't need a looper, she doesn't need this, doesn't need that, and just kill it rhythmically, vocally, and hats off to that. I'm not that good like that. Like this is a far cry from great. You know what I'm saying? But it sure is fun, and I'm not gonna quit doing it. If you're in St. Louis this weekend, come up to the Broadway Oyster Bar on Thursday, Colt Ball and the Get Down. Friday and Saturday will be at, I'm not sure what the camp's name is. It's where they do Sugar Creek. If you Google it, you'll find it. If you guys show up there, I bet they'll let you in. These are the coolest. Monk is one of the coolest people I know. He's who hired us, and we've did quite a few things for him up around Kankakee, and the fact that they're doing their their club party and they're inviting us and we're playing. That's freaking unbelievable. A little dabba do you better do, but do you better. Better do both, do a double header today. Do a double header, make your head feel better today. Do a double header, make your head feel better today. We grind it up real fine. We twist it up real tight. Oh yeah, my head feels good. It's right. I feel good today. I feel good today. Ooh, a little dabba do you better do you better. Do both, do a double header today. Do a double header, make your head feel better today. Do a double header, make your head feel better today. Leave you with this, guys. Get outside and do something. It's getting dark. Just do something good for someone. That's what, this festival season, my goal is to not only meet all the vendors, all the people that have came there to have a good time, but everybody I walk by, I smile at. Everybody I talk to, I say something to, whether it's just a hi, just a smile, just a thank you. It's about being personable. Sometimes we get stuck in our own heads. People look over at us and we're all soured up. But we're not actually, mad or unhappy, but that look, that steady, what the hell's going on around me, that's. If you get that look off your face and you smile a little bit, it attracts good attention. It attracts a good response. If you smile at somebody, generally they smile back. You feel better and they definitely feel better. When two people smile, it creates a spark in the universe. And what that spark is happiness. It's love. If we could all share love just with a simple hi. Thank you. That's all it takes. And when you do that, the whole world is a better place. So just start with that. Start with simply being nice. Don't be a jackass. Say thank you. Go outside, tend to your garden. Plant a garden. You know what? It's the funnest thing. It's the easiest thing. I don't care if you, like myself, I'm into these heirloom seeds and getting things to grow. Now, there are a couple marigolds that I found at Walmart, that they really good. I like marigolds. There's something about them. But, just planting anything. You can go there for $4. You can get a little thing of tomatoes and plant them in your pot. And guess what? You get to eat those tomatoes. Win-win. You've grown something, you've created some oxygen, and you've eaten some tomatoes. And guess what? You know what's in your food. If you cook your food, you know what's in it. That's pretty cool. That's the thing about a garden. When you grow something, you eat it. Like radishes. They don't taste good from the store. Well, they taste great from the garden. Same thing with these tomatoes. I'll buy a tomato from the store and I'll eat it, and it just tastes like a watery piece of something. There's no flavor there. But when you grow it, it tastes like the tomato. I mean, that's a win, right? And what happens is you become happy. And when you grow those tomatoes, like myself, I've got 6 plants growing, these 4, and then those 2 are some different ones. I'll probably grow too many, so I start giving them away. There's some people that walk this alley every single morning. There's some lady over by the dumpster right now. I can hear her. But she loves my tomatoes. She did last year. So if I have too many, guess what? She gets a tomato. A lot of them. I just set them out there on the little curb. The cucumbers went really quick last year. Tomatoes went. Had a couple watermelons that went pretty quick. And And that makes me happy. I go out there the next day, and they're gone. Green pepper's gone. Jalapeno. Now, I do have to say, my jalapenos were way hot. So I really hope anybody that got them was ready for that. I'm starting to babble, so I'm going to go. Hey, Kim, I see your name there. Hey, looky there. Kim, you can verify this. You saw the eagle, right? During my set? Was that not cool? I mean, that was one of the coolest things I've ever had happen to me. Actually, it happens quite a bit, but not in the middle of my set while I'm talking about that instance. It was just so cool. Nonetheless, I'll let you guys go. Again, I'm babbling. I took a nap. I'm rested up. I took a couple showers. My feet are still black as night. Ozzy and me were talking about the soil being black, and I'm like, you mean like my feet? And he started laughing. He's like, oh my God. What a good time, guys. Thank you for everything. James McGee is watching. Hey, James. How you doing, buddy? Miss you. I'll talk to you guys soon. And again, if you're in St. Louis on Thursday, stop by the Broadway Oyster Bar. I'll be playing with Coatball on the Get Down. And then Friday and Saturday and so on. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good day. And you feel it. You got to go out and play. You can do it. No time to sit and cry. You can feel it. You got to lift your chin up high. You can do it. It's going to be a good day. Good day. There are too many sunsets since that long and weary day. Think about the things you thought and things I would say. Think I thought I saw you way up high above the trees, and eagle starts to cry. It's gonna be a good day. Can you feel it? You got to go out and play. You can do it. No time to sit and cry. You can feel it. You got to lift your chin up high. You can do it. Gonna be a good day. Good day. I don't know what I'd say. I don't know what I would do. All I know right now, I want one more day with you. I think I thought I saw you way up high, shape-shifting cloud in the sky. It's gonna be a good day. Can you feel it? You got to go out and play. You can do it. No time to sit and cry. You can feel it. You got to lift your chin up high. You can do it. Gonna be a good day. Here's the part. Without you looking down at me from the heavens above. Warm, happy energy, so love. Love. It's gonna be a good day. That's when it happened. I just looked up, and there it was. Right now, I just saw a bat go by. Maybe that was it. Oh, I thought you looking down at me from the heavens above. Warm, happy energies of love. Love. It's gonna be a good day. In the now and past, that time will always be a chore. Always wondering if I could have done more. Think I thought I saw you, ripples in the lake. Looking back at me, it was my own face. Halftime, it's gonna be a good day. Can you feel it? You got to go out and play. You can do it. No time to sit and cry. You can feel it. You got to lift your chin up high. You can do it. It's gonna be a good day. That's right. It was a good day. I love you guys. Have a great day. Get outside, do something, and say thank you. Love you.